We're going to be focusing on abs today. So a quick blast of abs in a very yogic way. So we're going to first start off by coming down to our backs, bending the knees close to the bottom, one hand on the abdomen, one hand on the chest. So we're going to close the eyes. We're going to come into this moment. We're going to focus in on the abdomen. So we're inhaling, exhaling. So notice the abdomen rising as the lungs fill up with air. And exhaling. One more time, inhale. And exhale. Allow the eyes to open, bring the hands together, and reaching through the knees. So we're lifting, we're just starting right off by engaging the abdomen. So we're lifting up a little bit more, using the abdomen to reach. The hands are reaching forward as much as possible, and then we're going to pulse. So starting now, so we're pulsing, we're pushing through the knees. So it's these tiny motions where the abdomen is at 10. No, we're going to keep going. So just keep going a little bit more than 10, reaching through, and release. Well done, bringing the arms over the head to stretch out the abdomen. So we're reaching over. So we're trying to stretch out the abdomen as much as possible without revealing anything here. So just, okay, so now you're going to bring the knees into the chest, hugging the knees. So giving the knees a bit of a hug. Now we're going to roll back and forth. So we're going to roll back and forth. So back and forth, back and forth. It's a nice feeling on the back, but we're also using the abdomen. Keep rolling back and forth. And so try to use enough momentum to come onto the heels. So, or you can use your hands. Okay, so we're now on. So we're going to come from the heels up to the balls of the feet. And we are squatting. Hands are together. So we have a bit of resistance on the hands to help stabilize us. Tighten the abdomen, so the abdomen also stabilizes us. It also helps with the lower back. So strong abdomen, strong deep abdominal muscles, and strong lower back. So many of these poses we're going to hold for about 30 seconds, roughly. So we're going to concentrate, we're going to look forward at something because this involves balance as well as stability. So lengthening through the spine, tightening the abdomen, feeling very strong. We also get other benefits. So the ankles are working, the feet are working. So just taking this time. Okay, very good. So we're going to put the hands down onto, forward, forward, forward. Hands are moving forward. And we're going to move our body onto our hands and knees. Okay, so we're going to tuck our toes under. And what we're going to do, we call hover table. So we're going to lift the knees up. So the knees are directly below the hips, the arms directly below the shoulders. We're also trying to pull the upper shoulders apart, so pushing up here in the middle of the shoulder blades, using the abdomen. So I think right away you're feeling the abdomen. So we're doing this for about 30 seconds. Another key thing that will make this a little bit harder if you'd like, is you want to feel like we're pulling this mat apart. So the hands are reaching forward, the toes are pulling away. So we're trying to pull the mat apart. So just doing that. And then we're going to try to do the opposite. So we're going to try to bring the hands, pushing the hands on the floor, pulling the feet together. So it's these internal movements that are making this pose a little bit harder. We're also lengthening from the tailbone through the crown of the head. So the body might shake, it's just the muscles working. Okay, knees back down. And then coming into a child's pose. So, sitting back on the heels, stretching throughout the whole body. So, we're going to bring our attention back to the breathing. We're going to take a little break, taking slow, deep breaths. Walking the hands forward a little bit. We're going to curl the toes under, come into a downward facing dog. So we're really grounding through the hands. hands. What I mean by that is we're trying to push the entire palm. So not just the edges of the palms, pushing the whole hand into the mat, lifting the tailbone. And one thing that helps is to draw the abdomen in. So pull the abdomen in, pull the belly button towards the spine. So just coming back to that grounding, so the hands are fully pushing down on the mat. So if you need to bend the knees, bend the knees a little bit. Okay, we're going to drop down to the knees. So both knees, hands. We're going to do something called bird dog. We're going to reach the right arm forward and reach the left leg back. So this might seem like an easy pose at first. Tighten the abdomen and reach the arm forward, push the heel away. So it's a really, really strong force pulling in opposite ways. So lengthening through the entire body. So as we tighten the abdomen, feeling strong. So now we're going to bring knee to elbow. So inhale, exhale, knee, elbow. Rounding the spine. Inhale, reach. So extending, exhale, elbow, knee. Inhaling, reach. Exhaling, elbow, knee. 2 more times. Inhale, reach. Exhale, elbow, knee. Squeeze in that crunch. Inhale, reach. Exhale, elbow, knee. Holding now. So we're holding, trying to reach that knee up a little bit more. Trying to round that back a little more. Be like trying to make yourself as small as possible. Okay, great. Release. Well done. Other side. Reaching left arm forward. Reaching right leg back. Heel, pushing the heel away. So we're really feeling strong here. Abdomen. Really pulling in. So we're not just working on this topical muscle. We're trying to work within those deep abdominal muscles that support the spine, support the lower back. Reaching, continuing to reach. Make this a harder pose. That internal effort is what makes the difference. Okay, take a deep breath in. And exhale, elbow, knee. Round spine. Inhale, reach. Exhale, elbow, knee. Inhale, reach. Exhale, elbow, knee. Inhale, reach. Strong breathing. Exhale, elbow, knee. Inhale, reach. Exhale, elbow, knee. So now hold this. So we're holding. Really tight. Try to make yourself into a little ball. Pull the belly button in more. So make this strong. So we're really, really strong. Breathe in. We're not holding the breath, but breathe in. One more deep breath. And exhale, release. Well done. Good. So we're going to come down to our abdomen. So walking the legs back. All the way down to the abdomen. And we're going to bring the hands, so the forearms forward into a Sphinx pose. So bring the forearms forward. Okay, so Sphinx pose. It's a really nice pose. It really opens up the front of the body. So we're trying to reach forward with the chest. And another thing is that we're trying to have that motion, that's another internal motion, of pulling the mat. So we're trying to pull the mat towards us with the elbows. So that's what we're trying to gather the mat, pull it towards us, and reach forward with the chest. And so what that does is it lengthens, it stretches out the front of the body, the whole abdominal area, but also takes a little bit of pressure on the lower back. And it's fine to have a little bit of pressure on the lower back. So a little bit. But listen to the body. If it doesn't feel right, come down to the forearms, or come down all the way to the arms. I've indicated that, so that's fine. Okay, so coming out of Sphinx, we're going to come back into Child's Pose. But slowly, we don't do this quickly. We're making a transition into a counter pose and sitting back down on the heels, feeling that stretch throughout the whole body. Another thing is we can also take the arms out to the side. So if you take your arms out to the side, so taking them out, stretching. And then another variation of Child's Pose is you can take the arms behind. So reaching the arms behind, resting on the floor. You can hold the feet if you want. Good. So just taking a couple more deep breaths here. And then sitting back up. And coming down to our back. So Finding a graceful way of coming down to the back, lifting up the legs. So both legs are lifted, bring the arms underneath, either to the side of the body, or another thing you could do is you have also, just tap the hands underneath the lower back. So you've got a little bit of support on the lower back. So it's really up to you. So two ways to do this is leg lift. Take a deep breath in. And we're going to push the heels away and lower the legs. So lower the legs down. Okay, inhale, lift, point toes. Exhale, lower. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. So we'll continue to do this. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. And this can also be done with the knees bent as well. Right? For this purpose, we're going to get inhale, lift, exhale, lower. Inhale, lift, exhale, lower. So it's your choice. We can extend the legs. Inhale, lift, exhale, lower. So still trying to point and flex the toes. Inhale, point, exhale, flex. Keep going. Inhale, point, exhale, flex. Then one more time, lifting the leg, holding. Take a full breath here. And then slowly lower as you exhale. We're lowering halfway. So we're trying to lower it as slowly as we can. So here we are, halfway. And then we're going to lower down to 3/4 of the way. However, try to push the middle lower back into the floor. Try to imprint. And then release. Well done. Lifting the arms over the head. Full body stretch. And releasing. Bring the knees together into a little ball. So bring your knees and just give your body a hug. So you can roll around a little bit on the side, just do whatever little ball roll you'd like to do. We'll just do one more. Lifting up both legs. Pushing the heels away. Bringing the legs slightly apart so we have about a foot gap between the knees. Bringing the hands through. So this is exactly what we did right at the beginning. Curious to see if this feels any different with the legs up towards the end of our session. So we're going to inhale, lift, and exhale, hold. So we're trying to push the heels upwards. We're engaging the legs at the same time. We're reaching. So we're holding. So we're inhale, lifting a little more. Exhale, hold. Feeling that strong engagement. Inhale, lifting a little more, and hold. And then we're going to pulse. So pulse, pulse, pulse. Yep. So we just that little reach forward and pulsing, so little tiny movements that really get things working, deeply working. We're breathing, so exhale, every time exhale the exertion. Keep going, not being afraid to breathe, but really getting as much oxygen into the body as possible, as much oxygen into the bloodstream, so we'll just keep going. Just that final push, keep going. 3, 2, 1, and done. Well done. Bringing the feet down. Just windscreen wiper a little bit. Just a quick windscreen wiper, quick. Okay, so knees are together, placing one hand on the abdomen and one hand on the chest again. So bringing the knees together, letting the knees knock together, the feet come out to the side. Just taking 3 deep breaths here. Really taking in as much oxygen as possible. And then one more deep breath. Feeling the body, opening up the eyes. Well done, Tim, and well done you as well. Thank you so much for joining. See you soon.